Good morning guys, welcome back to another English class. Today we're gonna be checking on the grammar topic past continuous. Please open your book on page 62 and address your attention to the grammar box here. And as you can see, we have a little bit of explanation about past continuous. We have this. We use the past continuous to talk about activities in progress in the past and to describe a scene in the past. Se usa para hablar de actividades en progreso del pasado o también para describir escenas en el pasado. And we have some examples. This first example mentions, I was studying for an exam at 9 o'clock last night. And as you can see, we have this structure, was and the verb in ing. So, checking more about it, we have to use a subject, a verb to be in past, ing verb, plus a complement. As you can see, we have the subject, tenemos el sujeto, verb to be in past, in this case is was, and the ing verb, studying, and a complement. Going further about the verb to be in past, we have the two forms, the present and the past. In the present form, we say I am, but in the past, we say I was or I were. Esta parte no es tan común usarlo, pero se puede usar, es válido. So this means yo era o yo estaba. Okay, in this case is yo estaba. You, we, and they use were. Para estos sujetos, estos pronombres personales, utilizamos la forma de were. Y en el presente, pues es are. And he, she, it, in present we use is. And in past we use was. So that's why you can see in this case, it was a lovely spring day and the sun was shining. ing again. The police officers were. Los oficiales de policía estaban persiguiendo a un ladrón. So we can see the subject, the police officers were chasing, ing form, dative, complement. They weren't, and we have the negative form. Tenemos aquí la forma negativa. They weren't talking on the phone. The thief wasn't wearing a blue coat. And we have questions. Tenemos preguntas. Where the auxiliary, in this case the verb to be in past, goes to the first. Were you watching a film? Yes, I was. Was it raining? No, it wasn't. So let's start with our first exercise. And we have these two scenes that we have to check on and to see this. First example mentions, Rosa and I were having coffee at a cafe. And in each exercise is giving you the verb. You just have to complete with the verb to be in past and to convert the verb in ing. The next one, it says, we were wearing t-shirts and shorts. A woman on the table next to us was talking on her mobile. I was writing postcards to my family. Rosa was taking photos with her mobile. 6. One waiter was having a chat with a customer. Another waiter was taking drinks to a table. And finally, some birds were eating crumbs under my chair. All these actions, todas estas acciones son acciones del pasado que tuvieron una continuidad. Like this, some birds were eating. Algunos pájaros estaban comiendo. Another waiter was taking. Otro mesero estaba llevando bebidas a una mesa. And one waiter was having a chat with a customer. Un mesero estaba teniendo una conversación con un cliente. And like this. So let's continue here in this another exercise. In this you have the picture, the whole picture, and it says that you have to correct the sentences. We have the number 1. Rosa and Josh, by the way, this is Rosa, this is Josh. Rosa and Josh weren't, negative form, no estaban. They weren't having coffee in a cafe. They were having orange juice, and you can see the orange juice there. They weren't wearing t-shirts and shorts. They were wearing sweatshirts and jeans. The woman at the table next to them wasn't talking on her mobile. She was working on her computer. This is the woman it's this sentence is talking about. Josh wasn't writing postcards to his family. Josh was reading a book. 5. Rosa wasn't taking photos with her mobile. Rosa was writing postcards. 6. The waiter wasn't having a chat with a customer. He was talking on his mobile. The other waiter wasn't taking drinks to the table. He was taking a pizza. You can see it here. And finally, the birds weren't eating crumbs under Josh's chair. They were sitting on the tree. And you can see here the birds. And let's go forward to number 4 exercise. Write questions about yesterday. So we have the first example. Your father worked at 11 a.m. So was your father working at 11 a.m. yesterday? Number 2. Were you sleeping at midnight? Number 3. Was your teacher teaching a lesson at midday? 4. Were you wearing anything blue in the morning? 5. Was your best friend sitting next to you at school? 6. Was it raining at 3 p.m.? En all of those, en todas estas notamos que el verbo to be va a ir al principio, el verbo to be en pasado. Va a ir al principio de cada pregunta. Okay? So let's go forward to this. We're gonna listen some conversations for completing this exercise. Let's listen.
1.
Were you studying maths yesterday at 8 o'clock?
At 8 o'clock? No. I was walking along the street.
Where were you going?
To my piano lesson. 2.
What were you doing at 8 o'clock last night?
I was frying onions and garlic in the kitchen.
What were you making?
Soup.
3. I was sitting on a train at 8 o'clock last night.
Were you traveling alone?
Yes, I was. I was listening to music and was looking out of the window.
Okay, so we have completed this exercise. We have here at 8 o'clock. No, I was walking along the street. Where were you going? To my piano lesson. What were you doing at 8 o'clock last night? I was frying onions and garlic in the kitchen. What were you making? Soup. I was sitting on a train 8 o'clock last night. Were you traveling alone? Yes, I was. I was listening to music and was looking out of the window. So, this is basically everything. You can see the complements in the questions. And let's finish with this little box. You're gonna listen to the pronunciation of the verb was and were. Remember, was and were es el pasado del verbo to be. Okay? So let's listen.
1.
It was raining.
2.
She was eating a lovely pizza.
3.
We were cycling in the park.
4.
I wasn't watching the film.
5.
They weren't talking.
Okay. So basically this is all for today. Remember that you have to send the evidence of this page 62. You complete it and then you take a picture and send it to the coordinator. So guys, this is all for today. I really hope you have a good day. Take care and goodbye.